Hello, Northwest Georgia, and welcome to your weather on North Georgia Television. A mix of sleet and rain across the region this morning. Expect considerable cloudiness with rain off and on throughout the day. Highs will be in the low 40s, and winds will be northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Periods of rain continue into the night, with about another half an inch falling and lows in the upper 30s. Calhoun, this morning you were at 36. You'll be up at 41 at noontime and 44 this afternoon. And in Chatsworth, 35, looking at 43 midday and 43 for your high. Chickamauga at 35 this morning, midday look for 40, and then up to 42 this afternoon. In Cohutta, 34 was your morning low. Expect 40 at noon and 41 for your high. Dalton also at 34 this morning. Expect to be 41 by midday and an afternoon high of 42. In Fairmount, 39 this morning, 44 for your lunchtime temp, and then 43 late this afternoon. Fort Oglethorpe, you're at 35 this morning, 40 expected by noontime, and 42 for your high. In Lafayette, starting at 35, looking at 40 for your midday as well, and 42 this afternoon. Morning temp of 35 in Ringgold, 40 expected at noontime, and then top out your day with 42. Our 7-day forecast has more clouds and more rain. Tomorrow, rain early, followed by thunder showers. Chance of rain is 100% with locally heavy rainfall possible. The highs for tomorrow and the overnight lows both expected to be at about 49 degrees, and winds south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thunderstorms are likely overnight as well, with 1 to 2 inches expected, and winds die down to 5 to 10. Thursday, another half inch of rain is expected, highs in the 50s, and winds light and variable. Periods of rain Thursday night with light and variable winds again, and lows in the high 40s. Showers and thunderstorms on Friday morning, and then overcast in the afternoon. The highs will be in the low 60s. Periods of rain Friday night with lows in the low 50s. Then Saturday, cloudy with occasional showers and highs near 70. Evening showers turn to steady rain overnight, and about a half of inch is expected. Lows in the high 60s. Sunday, showers in the morning give way to partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. Highs in the low 60s and lows near 40. Still looks like we'll see the sun on Monday with a mix of sun and clouds expected. That's your weather. We at North Georgia Television hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. And here are your WDNN obituaries. Michael Felton Burbage, age 55. Mike Burbage of Calhoun passed away Tuesday, February 12th at his residence. Funeral services were conducted Saturday, February 16th at 2 p.m. from the Chapel of Thomas Funeral Home with Dr. Dan Roberts officiating. Burial will be Thursday, February 21st at 12 noon in the Georgia National Cemetery with military honors by the United States Navy. Mr. William Curtis Page, Jr., age 76. William Page, Jr. of Calhoun departed this life Saturday, February 16th at his residence surrounded by his family. Service to celebrate Mr. William Bill Curtis Page, Jr. will be held Wednesday, February 20th at 2 p.m. from the Ponders Calhoun Chapel. Interment will follow in the Chandler Cemetery. The family will receive friends at the funeral home from 5 to 9 p.m. on Tuesday. William Riley W.R. Huff, age 87. William Red Huff of Chickamauga went home to be with the Lord on Friday, February 15th. The funeral service will be held at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, February 19th at Elizabeth Lee United Methodist Church, with Minister Zach Fitzpatrick officiating. Interment will follow in the Chattanooga National Cemetery. The family will receive friends at Wilson Funeral Home in Chickamauga prior to leaving the funeral home on Tuesday. Mr. Chester Arthur Wilson, Jr., age 62. Chester Wilson of Dalton passed away Thursday, February 14th at Ridgewood Manor. Funeral service will be held Saturday, February 23rd at 2 p.m. at Mount Perea Baptist Church in Ringgold. The family will receive friends at the church 1 hour before the service. Interment, Ringgold Community Cemetery. Arrangements by Willis Funeral Home of Dalton. Mr. Donald Clark Long, age 65. Donald Long of Sonoraville died Thursday, February 14th at his home. Donald was a veteran of the U.S. Army. The family will hold a private memorial service at a later date. John Wade Goodson Sr., age 90. John Goodson of Chickamauga passed away Sunday, February 17th. John was a veteran of the U.S. Navy. Graveside services will be held 1 p.m. Tuesday, February 19th at Chickamauga City Cemetery. Mr. Goodson requested no flowers to be sent and make donations to St. Joe's Children's Research Hospital. The family will receive friends Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Wilson Funeral Home in Chickamauga. Harold Everett Mulliken, age 65. Harold Mulliken of Calhoun died peacefully on Saturday, February 16th at his home, surrounded by his loved ones. A memorial service to honor the life of Harold Everett Mulliken will be held Wednesday, February 20th, 2 p.m. at Max Brennan and Sons Funeral Home, with Dr. John Barber officiating. The family will receive friends on Wednesday from 1 p.m. until the 2 p.m. service. Warren D. Turner, Jr., age 69. Warren Turner, Jr. of Tunnel Hill passed away Friday, February 15th at his residence, surrounded by his family. A lifelong resident of the Chattanooga, North Georgia area, he was owner and operator of Custom Fence Company for 40 years. Private services will be held at a later date. Arrangements are by Wilson Funeral Home, the Wallace Stewart Chapel in Ringgold. Barbara Ruth Young Brown, age 88. Barbara Ruth Young Brown went home to be with the Lord Saturday, February 16th. She was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and was a lifelong resident of Walker County and a member of Wallaceville Baptist Church. The funeral service and burial will be private. Arrangements by Wilson Funeral Homes, Chickamauga Chapel.
Northwest Georgia. Welcome back to WDNN. My name is Adam Scott.
And I'm Aaron Scott. And first up today, on Friday, President Trump declared that a national emergency exists at the southern border of the United States. In a press release from Representative Tom Graves, he said he supports President Trump's constitutional executive action and plans to build the wall, saying that the wall will help keep criminal illegals out of our country, making our communities safer and more secure. He went on to say that we need to meet growing needs at our southern border.
After the shutdown ended last month, Graves was named a member of the conference committee tasked with creating legislation. He was optimistic and hopeful that both sides of the aisle could deliver a solution with one goal in mind, keeping us safe by securing the border. Graves issued a statement on the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2019, legislation providing funding for 1/4 of the federal government, which included long-debated policy related to homeland and border security. He said he will not support a bill that falls so short that President Trump is forced to declare a national emergency to meet the growing needs at our southern border, and that he supports President Trump's using constitutional executive action to build the wall and keep our country safe. He also said that he regrets that Congress is putting him in this position. As a member of the conference committee charged with creating this bill, he hoped that this would be a transparent process with vigorous debate and an outcome that improved the security of our country. Instead, Democrats had already written a bill before the first meeting. This set the stage for a policy that is wrongly focused on handcuffing law enforcement rather than known criminals who illegally cross our border. Representative Graves served as one of 17 members on the conference committee charged with creating this legislation, referred to as a conference report. He frequently spoke out about the lack of community meetings and called for greater public access to debate and information. Late last week, Representative Graves was allowed to see the 1,159-page bill for the first time and given only 1 hour to review it before he had to decide whether to give his signature of approval. He declined to sign his name. Well, he didn't have much time to read. So
He didn't. It's a touchy topic. Getting into that's always different.
Very true.
Next up, a report on new voting machines for Georgia by State Representative Barry Fleming, Republican from Harlem. This year, Georgia will likely buy new voting machines for the whole state. The last time we did this was in 2001. And while the technology has evolved since then, one important factor remains the same, the human part of the equation. The confusion and uncertainty of the paper ballot process drove Governor Roy Barnes and Secretary of State Kathy Cox, two Democrats, to move Georgia to machine-based ballot markers in 2001. These are the same systems we are still using today, and although they work well, they are old and replacement parts can no longer be purchased. Over the years, it has become clear that making this change was the right choice for Georgia voters. The more reliable touchscreen system has eliminated the problems of unclear voter intent, hanging chads and bubbles penciled improperly by the voter. The few controversies we have had in Georgia since then have most certainly been around the few elements of the election process where we still use hand-marked paper, with absentee and provisional ballots.
Governor Brian Kemp appointed Fleming to lead a commission last year with the express purpose of studying the safest and smartest option for Georgia's new voting machines. The commission was made up of Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, and election officials from counties across Georgia. They traveled the state for almost a year to hear from citizens, experts, and local leaders to gather input and study what kind of new voting machines Georgia should purchase next. The commission consensus was a system that kept successful touchscreen ballot markers our voters are already used to, with a new paper trail component that allows us to easily audit and confirm election outcomes. In response to this overwhelming feedback, Fleming has introduced a bill in the General Assembly to begin the process of purchasing new voting machines. The bill calls for a ballot marking device that will print a paper ballot reflecting the voters' choices after they have made their selections on a touchscreen. The updated system is a big investment for our state, but it reflects the commitment to making sure Georgia's elections are safe and secure for years to come. It creates a paper trail that can be audited later to guarantee a precise vote count, and it also allows our voters to double-check their touchscreen selections before casting a ballot, removing the opportunity for human error and ensuring every vote is counted correctly. Using the new touchscreen marked paper ballots solves all of the problems associated with hand-marked paper ballots. It's much likely to choosing to use a typewriter to send an important letter instead of handwriting it, so that the recipient will understand your message exactly as intended. The new system will guarantee accurate and secure elections in Georgia, so every voter has peace of mind in our electoral outcomes. And that's awesome. We've needed these machines for many, many years, I believe.
And we have, and me and you, we've both talked to county and government officials that have stressed this topic to us many times.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Next up, after a fairly routine Lafayette Council meeting last Monday, during which more than 40 Honeybee Festival sponsors were honored, the mood turned somber when a letter from the Georgia Department of Public Health was shared, noting that the number of hepatitis A cases in the city had skyrocketed from 1 to 40. Hepatitis A is often spread through intravenous drug use, especially among the homeless, explained by the letter, and Lafayette has seen its homeless population soar from 2 about a year or so ago to an estimated 40 to 50 individuals currently. Mayor Andy Arnold said small homeless camps have sprung up in several sections of town, including a camp under a South Main Street bridge where officials found numerous needles. Arnold and others present stress the problem was not one that was caused by local homeless individuals. The mayor said that just a year ago, he knew all 4 of the city's homeless residents by name, but that news had spread by mouth and by text that Lafayette was and is a safe haven for the homeless, and so they came. And come, Arnold said. Therefore, to combat the spread of hepatitis A, the CDC is scheduling a visit bringing 70 initial vaccinations. We will work with the city police and EMS to reach and inoculate as many homeless as possible, especially around the local homeless shelter, The Haven.
But what concerns the officials and families of Lafayette is not just the spread of hepatitis A, but an influx and presence of strangers around town, using drugs, begging and harassing residents in stores, and on the city streets and parking lots. Nearly every section of town has noted an increased presence of the homeless, an increase in people whom residents don't recognize, and an increase in their movement, especially up and down the streets in the daylight. While there are no local laws against being homeless, and while the city cannot control people's living environments, as some live in their vehicles, vacant buildings, or even open vacant lots or fields, the negative effect of the present increase in homeless people in town can already be noted and felt. Store employees, customers, and others have expressed to council members that they feel increasingly uncomfortable, nervous, and even afraid to go to their cars or even pumping gas when strangers are around and watching. Homeowners who were recently quite comfortable leaving their homes and vehicles unlocked have told council members that now they are making sure everything is locked down, as they have been awakened during the night by their dogs barking or charging at something or someone on their property, around their vehicles, or even sneaking around on their porch. So while a growing problem new to Lafayette was identified and discussed at the council meeting, no solution was reached. Mayor Arnold asked City Attorney Don Womack to examine the urban homeless policies of Ringgold, which tackled the same challenge last fall while passing an urban camping ordinance and other towns. Womack is to report back to the council as soon as possible with legal recommendations that would curtail and control this new and rapidly escalating problem in Lafayette. Well, hopefully they get that figured out soon. That wouldn't make me feel very comfortable.
No, me either. You know, this problem of being homeless is really an issue considering all the government support that's offered.
Yeah.
But we thank you for tuning in here at WDNN, and we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
While the word cancer can strike fear at the deepest level of our souls, in the case of skin cancer, the prognosis is very good. Basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas are the most common and are not normally included in cancer statistics.
Our office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of skin cancer.
If you're concerned about a mole or freckle that may be changing, give us a call. Most treatments can be performed in our office in about 15 minutes with very little discomfort.
I am Ron McKinney, pastor of Kinsey Drive Baptist Church in Dalton, Georgia. KDBC has been the birthplace of several Christian organizations. It was the birthplace of Christian Heritage School 30 years ago, and through the Academy of Fine Arts, L'Abri Symphonic Orchestra was founded by KDBC members Gene and Betty Lindauer. The ministry of KDBC reaches around the world with the missions of To Every Tribe Ministry, and I was a founding member of North Georgia Fellowship of Christian Athletes in 1992. Majesty is the longest running television program on North Georgia television. For 28 years, we have faithfully proclaimed the doctrines of grace. Kinsey Drive Baptist Church welcomes you to visit at 2626 Kinsey Drive on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Our website is kinseydrivebaptistchurch.com. To God be all the glory.
Hi guys, I'm Frank Pinson. I want you to tune in on these following show times to watch 101 with Frank Pinson. The show is based on people doing great things in and for your community, our community. Now those are doctors, lawyers, students, teachers, anyone doing great things. So guys, you know the motto, don't just be great, always inspire, motivate, and teach others to do the same. Now that is what we do, and I hope you tune in to WDNN TV. Just click on the website, or you can follow it right here, www.thefrankpinson.com, and watch any episode you like. See you soon.
First Bank of Calhoun and First Bank of Dalton are proud to serve our communities, providing the products you need plus the personal service you expect from your hometown bank. We offer the latest technology, like customized instant-issue debit cards, InstaPay, and more. And with our experienced First Elite bankers, switching to First Bank has never been easier.
Stop by and see what sets us apart.
First Bank of Calhoun and First Bank of Dalton, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Judy Elliott, inviting you to join me on Lifestyles for Women show on WDNN TV. This year brings exciting new topics that women like to discuss or just know more about. Subjects like ways to look and feel your very best, travel, family, health, and sometimes just fun girl talk. It's always exciting, and we invite your suggestions. Just message me on Facebook at Lifestyles for Women, or for more information or to watch us online, visit WDNNTV.com, Lifestyles for Women. Hi, everyone. I'm Judy Elliott.
I'm Jane Marie Wilson.
And join us for our second season on Southern
Sassy. This season, we are going to do a day in the life of a fireman. We learn how to belly dance and ride horses.
And wear our wedding dresses.
They still fit, by the way.
Only in the front.
So join us for that and much more this season.
Catch us on OptiLink Channel 6
and WDNN Channel 10. Like us on Facebook, because you never know what you're going to find
on Southern Sassy.
Welcome back here in Northwest Georgia. We're glad we're getting to share the news and make an impact on our great communities.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you guys. You know, we want to hear from you guys as well and really know what you guys want to know about here, what's going on locally in our surrounding counties. And we thank you guys for tuning in today.
In Dalton on Saturday, Ashley Dixon and her daughter stood on the lawn of that very house for her home dedication hosted by the Greater Dalton Habitat for Humanity. Dixon and her 3 children moved into the refurbished house on December 21st of 2018. Raven Broad, marketing coordinator for Greater Dalton Habitat for Humanity, said the Dixon home is one of the 3 recently refurbished homes. Cassandra Cochran moved into one in December, and a dedication ceremony was held for her as well on Saturday. Habitat for Humanity is a global nonprofit that assists people in improving or building their home. Habitat for Humanity homeowners help build their homes along with volunteers and then pay an affordable mortgage according to the organization's website. The organization was established locally in 1987 and has built more than 50 homes. The Habitat Selection Committee picks homeowners based on their level of need, willingness to partner with Habitat, and the ability to repay a mortgage through an affordable payment plan. As part of their willingness to partner, Habitat's home buyers invest hundreds of hours of their own labor called sweat equity, working alongside volunteers and other Habitat homeowners. Applications for the Greater Dalton Habitat for Humanity can be picked up at its office at 111 North Glenwood Avenue, Suite C, or during one of the group's applicant information sessions. These sessions are Saturday, February 23rd at 10 a.m. and Tuesday, February 26th at 6:30 p.m. Organizers say it is highly recommended that you attend a session if you are interested in applying to become a Habitat homeowner. Call 706-272-3336, extension 6 for more information on the options.
Next up, we have Keeping It Green. The CARE's 17th annual conference will be held on May 1st, 2019 at the Houston Airport Marriott in Houston, Texas. The CARE annual conference will give its attendees the opportunity to discuss innovations made in the carpet recycling industry, learn about new and existing products that are produced with post-consumer carpet, developments in the carpet industry, the VPS program, and more. Exhibit at the 17th Annual CARE Conference to gain more exposure to customers than ever before. This year, exhibitors will be offered multiple opportunities to meet and interact with end users with specific time set aside for both networking and concrete small group sales. If you are interested in being an exhibitor, please contact Anthony Klein at aklein@carpetrecovery.org. And that's awesome, you know, being in the carpet capital here in Dalton. I think this would be beneficial to those guys.
It very well could be. Next up, touchy topic. Gas prices set to rise as oil hits 3-month high. In Atlanta, Georgia, February 18th of 2019, gas prices in Georgia are on the rise and prices could get even more expensive throughout the week. Oil and wholesale gas prices surged to their highest level since November. The state average could soon see another 10-cent jump as a result. Georgia gas prices are already at 2019 highs. The state average rose a total of 5 cents last week. Still, Sunday's average price of $2.19 per gallon remains nearly 20 cents below what drivers paid this time last year. Around the state, the most expensive gas price average for Atlanta for $2.22, and the least expensive gas price around Warner Robins at $2.07.
Ooh, hopefully these guys get something going. I want to see those gas prices get a little lower.
Me too. Good luck with that.
Happens around Northwest Georgia this week. There will be a free informational class on Thursday, February 21st at 4 p.m. at the Calhoun Gordon County Public Library for people that are visually impaired and love books. They will provide information on how, through the library system of Georgia, you can qualify for receiving books on tape in the mail. The machines are provided also, and every month you can also pick out the books you would like to receive. You don't have to have a library card, and it is free for all who qualify. The Georgia Libraries for Accessible Statewide Service, the GLASS program, provides free accessible reading material for people who, due to disability, are unable to read standard print. They provide free talking book players, and books come through postage paid through the mail for patrons who have visual impairments or blindness, physical impairments that prevent them from handling books or turning pages, or they have organic reading disabilities such as dyslexia. GLASS has both fiction and nonfiction books for all ages. All of these books are available as human-narrated talking books, and they can be downloaded through our free Bard mobile app. Many are also available in Braille or large print. Finally, GLASS provides interested patrons with free Bookshare accounts, where they can get free text-to-speech ebooks, which also allow users to adapt the font and contrast on the page as the book is read aloud using text-to-speech. At the class, Stephanie Irvin will be sharing about how to qualify for GLASS and what services GLASS has to offer people with print impairments.
Upcoming events at the Dalton Whitfield Library each Tuesday at 11 a.m. Move and Groove for birth through pre-K, but all children are welcome. Also on Tuesday at 5 o'clock, story time for pre-K and elementary school learners. On Wednesdays at 5:30 to 7, Pokemon League open to all ages. Saturday, February 23rd from 11 to 1, Family Lego Day. Take advantage of our thousands of Legos for a few hours of free play. All ages are welcome. February 19th from 5:30 to 7, and February 21st from the 11 to 12:30, Ancestry 101. February 19th at 4:30, Teen Art. February 19th from 5:30 to 6:30, Read. Come visit with and read the dogs from the Alliance of Therapy Dogs organization. This event provides children with a comfortable environment to practice reading and develop social and emotional skills. That's awesome. Next up, February 21st at 5:30, Art at the Library. Art at the Library is a paint-along type of art class for the experienced to the beginner, ages 18 plus only.
Good for those guys. Hopefully it'll keep them busy. And this weekend, there will be a Family Promise celebration dinner Friday, February 22nd, 2019 at 6 p.m. There will be a dinner hosted at Greater Works to celebrate the works of Family Promise. We hope you can come. This will be a time to see old friends, reminisce about the works God did in our churches with homeless families, even better to look to the future of serving those in need through existing and developing opportunities at Greater Works. Robert Hill has space where he wants to create some apartments for transitional housing. RSVP by Tuesday, February 19th via email familypromisewhitfield@gmail.com or call at 706-313-0121 if anybody's interested in that.
On Saturday, the 23rd Annual Thrift Store Fashion Show and Luncheon to benefit Providence Women's Recovery will be held at the Carpets of Dalton. Providence mission is to carry the message of recovery in Christ to those who seek it. Their Women's Center for Recovery at Rocky Face is a unique, affordable Christian addiction center focused on helping women recover from drug and alcohol addiction using spiritual and clinical recovery methods. Tickets are $30 each or $220 for a table. Call 706-275-0268 to get your tickets for the event and support the great work Providence is doing to make a difference in the lives of all these women.
Also on Saturday, there will be a guided lantern tour at new Ashota Cherokee Capitol State Historic Site in Calhoun from 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. The cost is $7 per child and $9 per adult. Tour the historic buildings at the historic site. There will be 4 times to tour the historic buildings by lantern light, and reservations are required. We thank you guys for tuning in here today at WDNN. We appreciate you guys wanting to know what's going on in the community around you. My name is Adam Scott.
And I'm Aaron Scott. And remember, above all, stay classy.